Welcome to the Hasn't Been 3 Days podcast with your hosts Justin and BJ. We talk about 3-day-old news, sports, well, really anything we want to talk about because it's our podcast and we kind of want to do whatever we want to do. So,
amen.
You, the MVP listener, you listen in, you laugh, hopefully you reminisce with us, you hate on our takes.
You cry.
And then if it's been 3 days, let us know by emailing us 3dayoldpodcast@gmail.com.
Did you just burp in the middle of that?
No, I forgot what the address was. Yeah. So we're back. We're back for another episode. And we have our MVP guest joining us tonight for the show. And Nate, welcome back, man. It's good to have you.
Oh, thanks for letting me come back. I appreciate to be on. My sister was on, so I can't have her take the glory. So I was like, "Oh, my turn now."
Yeah, we're going to ask you about that episode. Have you listened to that episode yet? You got any errors and omissions you want to bring up?
No, because I don't have any errors because I don't remember it.
Okay.
No, I remember the joke that BJ said for prom, but I didn't realize that our dad and Tom did that in the bathroom, and I was there, but I don't remember that. But
you don't remember that story?
I remember the story. I just
don't remember the actual happening. Gotcha.
No.
So one of the other things your sister brought up on the show is that she met her current husband at Old Chicago, which I know was one of your stomping grounds as well.
Pepperoni rolls.
Yeah, but did you ever do the beer tour at Old Chicago?
No.
I've
I've only had a few there.
Okay.
I'm on like very amateur status on that tour.
There's no Long Island iced teas on those beer tours.
Hey, the straw is perfect for Long Island iced teas.
Remember when we would switch up like just the regular Long Island with something else? Do you remember drinking the Florida?
Yeah.
The Florida Long Island?
Yeah, I do. Was that orange juice?
It had orange juice, yeah.
That was the last. Okay, here's the crazy part. That was the last time I threw up. Because we had bad orange juice.
Oh.
And I was living with my parents. That was the last time I've actually thrown up.
Wow.
I think something's wrong with me.
Well, that's been a long time ago.
Yes.
So that's good. That's good that's the last time you've thrown up. But, I mean, the last time I threw up, Justin was around me. So maybe it's his fault that I threw up. But
hang on a second. That's
Having
true?
Justin in our lives makes us throw up.
Yeah.
No, actually, Justin came to the hospital when the last time I threw up.
Oh.
That's the last time you threw up?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a good start. Let's talk about throw up. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Welcome back. How's the last week been for you, Justin?
It's good. Good. A lot of semi-laziness, even though I spent a lot of time at the church for getting things caught up for install and last of the moving and cord cleanup on our stage and just the last of the little things and finally getting unpacked after 3 weeks. So then just kind of hung out all weekend. Went to church. Actually spent the day going to Top Golf on Sunday. Pre BJ's birthday. I think that's what we called it.
Oh, but I wasn't there with you.
No, you didn't invite BJ.
I didn't get invited to the pre-birthday.
No,
party.
we took a family day and went up to Top Golf, and it was a perfect 65 degree day to be at Top Golf, and all was wonderful.
Nate, when's the last time you've been to Top Golf?
I went for my birthday.
So March?
Yep.
Back when you were your dad's favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a quick question about your golf game.
It's amazing.
No, jeez.
When you play at Top Golf, have you ever hit the ball return thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've hit it numerous times.
You like hobbled rocket right off return?
Very steered it to the right.
Nice.
Right
that is impressive. That is impressive.
We were in Bay 1 on the lower level this week, this Sunday, and the amount of times Bree bounced it off of the tee or from the tee box and hit it off the wall, and then went out into the range and got points was insane.
Wow.
I don't know, but she golfs wrong-handed, and that's probably what the issue was. So,
what's your issue, Nate?
Well, you know,
you lift your head too much, or what?
I think I do stand up too quickly, or
yeah.
I don't really know what it is.
I give you a hard time because I mean you make golf fun, and I was telling somebody just this week. I said golf for me is not about the golf. It's about being with the people that you're golfing with, and every time we played golf together, Nate, I always had fun. It just was a good time with you. So
I miss it. I miss those
Nate
days.
And I built the bridge and we both fell in the creek.
Yeah.
That's across from your old house.
Wellington Greens.
Wellington Greens.
Yep. That's true. So
those were the days. I miss those days. It's very expensive golf around here. So
yeah.
In Kansas City. Yeah, I'll go to Smiley's.
Is Smiley's a par 3 course?
Yeah, you can.
It's like an executive course.
Basically a par 3 course.
Yeah. So Nate, you haven't been on with us in a while, but tell us what's going on in your world. What's your last few weeks been like?
No, not a whole lot. I was telling you pre-show that I had to get a new job. So thankfully, and I'm very blessed that I was able to find another job. My contract wasn't renewed for my old job, and so I am now inside sales, customer service for Tompkins Industries. If you guys need a new sponsor,
nice.
So
this segment brought to you by Tompkins Industry.
We have a distribution center in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we have quite a bit around the country, and all I do is customers call in orders, and I place them and work with the warehouse to make sure they get out on time. And so it's a lot more stable of a job. I'm not worried every couple of years, like, am I going to lose my job? So
that's good.
This is very stable. My father-in-law helped me know about the job, and he's been there 50 years. So it's kind of nice, but just learning new things, learning new systems, actually going to work in an office instead of at home.
Yeah, how long were you at home for?
5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, no more home office with the bunny.
Yeah. What'd you do with the home office then?
Oh, we actually sold to one of Taylor's friends my table this weekend. That was one of the things we did this weekend.
Turning it back into a spare bedroom, or?
No, the bunny room.
Oh, it's just the bunny's bedroom.
It's just the bunny room now.
Okay.
But other than that, just hanging out with Wilson, go shopping. He wants, it's nicer out, so he needs warmer for, summer clothes.
Yeah.
So we just been shopping and just he's finishing up school and Taylor's finishing up teaching school. So just been busy with that sort of stuff the last few weeks.
What grade is Wilson finishing up?
8th grade. He'll be a freshman next year.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, freshman high school.
You're old.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you're young. You just had a birthday.
Yeah, I finally caught up to you.
It's about time.
Yeah.
It's only been a couple of months.
Yeah.
You're my dad's favorite this week.
I'm the favorite son now.
You are the favorite son for a little while.
That's funny.
Yeah, how does that work, Nate, with you and now Alex having the same birthday?
Alex is probably the favorite.
Yeah. Well, you have a little bit of time,
I mean, they bought that bigger house, so my parents probably like going over there to a bigger house.
Well, that was something that your dad said was his favorite was whose ever birthday was closest. But we know your mom's favorite. You're your mom's favorite. No problem. So you always got that going for you.
Protect Nate at all costs.
She takes my bribe, so I pay her once a quarter, so she can say that.
With a Long Island iced tea.
Long Island iced tea, or just get her a Scooters drink. That'll do it. Do you guys have Scooters in Oregon?
No. We have Dutch Bros.
Yeah, we have Dutch Bros too.
Do you know Dutch Bros originated in Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We read about it because they just put in like a bunch of them in Kansas City. It was like, where do these guys come from?
Yeah. Hey, you guys have 7 Brew?
And we have 7 Brew.
No.
I don't care for that.
I wouldn't be surprised you might see 7 Brews out in the West Coast soon.
No, I heard of a company that does coffee, Nate, called 7 Weeks, and it's a pro-life coffee company. But yeah.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Do
they get good health care after the 7 weeks?
I don't know. I don't know. So, but yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, we don't. For those of you, we're 12 minutes into the show, and we really don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. So, we really appreciate you joining us. But one of the things we love about Nate is Nate has opinions, so we asked Nate to come on tonight and enlighten us because Nate and Justin and I and our friends that we had on a few months ago now. I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's been a while.
Around the holidays.
So we always were hanging out. We were playing sports. We were watching sports. We were doing whatever. Then when Nate filled in for me, he talked sports, and it was good. So I'm curious, Nate, with the 4 teams left in the NBA playoffs, who you got, and who has surprised you to this point in the playoffs?
I am rooting for the Thunder. I kind of been rooting for them, especially, I mean, they're only 5 hours away. So just being the closest team, and they beat the Nuggets. So
do you not like the Nuggets, or
I don't like anything that BJ likes. So
okay,
I like Jokic. Jokic he needs to go to a new team.
Why? He's got the head coaching job and he's the MVP.
Yeah, we'll see.
Why change a good thing, LeBron Jr.?
I just liked how Thunder, how over the last 5 years, how they just established their team, getting SGA. That was big, but then developing the team around them. They were nothing after Durant and Westbrook left. They weren't that great, and then they just did it.
James Harden.
Yeah, they had a great team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I kind of just root for them, just being that close team to me. And they were I went last year to my first NBA game, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that was fun against the Dallas Mavericks. With Wilson wanted to see Luka, but he was hurt. I felt bad. Wilson liked Luka because of Dude Perfect Dude Perfect and Luka Doncic are like he came on to do Dude Perfect shows.
That was funny on Dude Perfect when they had him do the Christmas interview.
Yes, when they made him,
yeah, that was good.
Say some key words,
something
like that.
Something about TCU Horned Frogs, or I left my Horned Frog. Something. Yeah, that was
and
good.
And he actually did it.
Yeah.
No, so I've been rooting for the Thunder, but I just like the 4 that's in it because, I mean, the Knicks are a big market team, but they haven't been good since the 90s.
Right.
And you got Minnesota. I mean, you got Indianapolis. You got the Midwest teams.
But see, I thought I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Nate. You were
I was
the Midwest. You were a Thunder or a Timberwolves fan
because of Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, KG and Steph Marbury. With what was that? What was that store we used to go into? That was the
Stephen Barry's.
Stephen Barry's, and they sold Steph Marbury shoes and
those shoes were $5 T-shirts. Those shoes were specific for that store only.
Yeah, for that store.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, and they did a bunch of colleges or high schools hoodies.
Well, they had the big one that just said college that you wore.
Yeah,
you wore that one all the time.
No, I was, because I was a big Kevin Garnett fan, so I did root for Timberwolves. NBA is mostly for me is like who I liked as a player. I don't have like the Chiefs or the Cubs or the Huskers. I always stick with them. Really, NBA is just who I like as a
player. Who you like to watch, yeah. I get that. My boys ask me the same thing, like, Dad, who's your team in the NBA? And I say, well, usually it's changed based on where we lived, just to who you're going to watch. And you talk about the Thunder. I mean, they're close to Kansas City, and we lived in Oklahoma, and that was one there. But, once I was a Jordan guy, so once Jordan was gone, you just go. But I'm a Westbrook guy, so I like that he's with the Nuggets. But everybody makes fun of me now that they're like, "How can you like this guy?" So I'm like, the dude averaged a triple-double for 2 seasons.
Yeah,
it's like this. You got to be kidding me to sit here and trash him for. But anyway, yeah. So I was having this conversation this weekend with some of my boys and about Shaquille O'Neal and the Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal and the Magic, and just the whole situation. You mentioned with the Thunder, or with the Thunder having Harden, Westbrook, and Durant. And if you remember, Westbrook wasn't even a starter. He was the sixth man.
Mm-hmm.
And so of those were a big 3 before that was a thing to be a big 3. Who was in charge of the demise of the Thunder with those 3? Who do you think was at fault?
James Harden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's James Harden.
I think.
Well, that was easy. Harden. Thanks for joining us.
No, I really think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't get into depth, but I think James Harden was the one that wanted to be the head guy, and I think they really wanted to ride the waves with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And him and Westbrook could get along, but if you think about how much Harden, wants to shoot the ball and how much he shot when he was at Houston, right? Like,
not just shooting, he had to dribble the air out of it too.
Yeah. So I think that played a lot into it. But that's from where I sit, and but
yeah, good point. So you got the Thunder winning.
I want the Thunder to win, but I mean, the cool thing about the Knicks is how they have all Villanova players, and now they have the Pope on because he's a Villanova grad. So I mean, I'm pretty sure it's rigged now.
The NBA rigged? No way.
Yeah, like the draft lottery. Yeah.
Didn't Shaquille O'Neal essentially come out and tell a story today or this week about how he was kind of asked behind the scenes where he wanted to go for being the number 1 pick when he came out? Did you see this?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, man.
No, but I mean, you always have those draft stories. I mean, it's probably more prevalent in the NFL now because of the NFL is 24/7, but I remember Shaq he made a big stink about going to, or his dad made a big stink about him going to Orlando, but then he's even admitted, if you watch that was it a 30 for 30 with him and Penny, and just the demise of the Magic. I mean, the Magic were legit with Shaq and Penny and Nick Anderson and and Shaq even said Ho Grant, and Shaq even said, he goes, I got greedy and I saw dollar signs and I wasn't going to let this little Penny Hardaway steal my money. But he, at the end of that show, I believe he apologized to him for how he treated him. But then he went to LA, and I heard somebody talking about, well, Shaq was the demise of the Lakers because of his greed. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. He helped usher Kobe into stardom, and then he kind of took a back seat to Kobe. And I think he learned his lesson in that realm. But that's just my memory of it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Nope, I think you're accurate. And I was a big Shaq fan too. I think I like the centers or tall power forwards because Kevin Garnett and Shaq. And I was so mad when he left for LA. I thought he was a sellout. But now that's what the NBA is. You got to have the three. You got to have 2 or 3 great players.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. I mean, I was young. So NBA, I was like, oh, don't leave for LA, but it was probably the right decision for Shaq.
Let's check your fandom when you were a Timberwolves fan.
No.
So who was their third? Who was their third at the time that you liked the Timberwolves?
They didn't win it, so they didn't really have 3 then.
Well, but who was their third? But him.
I know a good shooter was Wally Zerbiak.
Yeah.
Whoa, Wally.
As we used to play this game when we lived closer together and we watched football together. What college did he go to?
What college did he go to?
Didn't he go to Miami, Ohio?
Yep. Nailed it.
They didn't have that many great players. That's why they couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah. They were young.
Yeah. But I was happy. He went to the Celtics with Paul Pierce, and won one. So
yep.
That was the start of those built teams, right? That was like the very first one.
It was one of the first ones. Who was their third?
On the Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
And Pierce. Oh, he was a bigger guy, wasn't he?
I was thinking of their point guard.
Well, didn't they have
Rondo?
Rajon Rondo, yeah.
Didn't they have Shaq at one point, too?
They did, they did. Shaq played for the Celtics, yeah.
Shaq was kind of done.
No, I know. He was getting a paycheck.
Shaq played for he played for the Cavs.
Heat. He played for the Heat.
Yep.
Because him and Dwayne Wade won.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What teams did he play? Can you name them all real quick?
I can get most of them, I think.
Magic in LA.
Okay.
Heat.
Yeah.
Boston and the Cavs.
And you're missing one.
Oh, gosh. Supersonics.
Supersonics.
The Omaha Kings.
The Bucks? No, Suns.
Yeah, Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, because he became a sheriff in Phoenix.
Yeah,
jeez.
And he got his doctorate. It's actually Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. I almost told a story, but it was Charles Barkley that threw a guy through a bar window one time. But not Shaq. Shaq was the deputy.
Shaq throwing Kenny Smith over the TNT desk.
Table.
Well, speaking of TNT, that's the coolest thing. This is the last TNT broadcast, and it's Reggie Miller is on the TV announcer, the color analyst, and his game is the Pacers and the Knicks.
Nice.
And that's the last time TNT because it's going to NBC.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cool because of all the history Reggie had with Pacers and Knicks.
The choke game with
the choke
Spike Lee.
Yeah. So I think I personally love playoff. So the NBA playoffs are fun to watch, except for this game. I guess it was a blowout. But go Thunder. See, 1-0.
There you go.
But
that's good.
So it should be good. But Indianapolis really only has Tyrese Halliburton, if I said that right.
Yep.
Halliburton.
And
bless you.
So it'll be interesting. I was very surprised with the Minneapolis Timberwolves. I didn't think they would make it this far.
Well, Ant being the offspring of Michael Jordan helps that too. So
no, that's Butler, isn't it?
But Timberwolves were in it last year in the conference finals. So
yep.
So were the Pacers. It's crazy. 2 years in a row.
Yep.
I just couldn't believe Boston didn't make the NBA Finals. I was hoping for Thunder and Celtics.
Well, Boston got hammered by injury.
Yeah.
So
that happens.
Yep. That's part of the game. That's why we play the game. They are who we thought they were.
That's right.
All your favorite coach lines from your times when the Chiefs were horrible.
I don't remember any of this.
I know.
Yeah. I just remember them being awesome.
Amnesia.
Sports amnesia.
Exactly.
we had our time of sucking.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, that's true.
I love the banter we've always had, Nate. But at the same time, I was talking about being a true fan last week, and I consider you a true fan, and we banter back and forth. But I also know that you know the game, and there's respect back and forth as well. And those are fun debates and fun years as we were able to go back and forth with the Chiefs and the Broncos. But yeah, it is what it is.
Broncos, something.
So at the same time, we got playoffs for hockey too. Nate, are you still watching hockey?
No, it's kind of hard to watch hockey after the Blues lost.
Yeah,
it's been tough. That was they had to win. They had the game 7, but anyways, so I'm putting all my rooting interests for a Canadian team to win because they haven't won.
Go Leafs.
They're out, but they have. The only one that's left is Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, Oilers, that's right.
No, Dallas beat the Winnipeg, which I didn't want to root for.
Go Gretzky.
Winnipeg Jets beat the Blues, so I couldn't root for them.
That's right.
So I got to go for the Oilers because I don't remember the last. I know it's been over 20 years since Canadian team won.
Wow. So
I can't root for Carolina and Florida because it doesn't scream hockey. Carolina and Florida.
It's real American. That's really American of you.
My favorite team came from Canada, but they came out of Canada so they could win some Stanley Cups, and so
came from Quebec, did they not?
Quebec Nordiques.
Oh, we don't talk about the Avs.
Yeah,
they smell bad.
They smell bad. Well, there goes our interview for next week.
Anything Colorado, yeah. Well, here's the more important topic of discussion, though. Nate is also a huge movie buff and
TV shows, everything.
TV shows. So my question to you is this, Nate: what is your go-to movie theater snack?
Oh, we talked about travel snacks before. This will be a good one.
It has to be popcorn.
So, do you always get movie theater popcorn, or do you ever smuggle in snacks to the movies?
Oh no, we always snuggle in. We snuggle.
I snuggle.
That's fine.
Snuggle too.
Snuggle,
all right.
Yeah,
depending on the movie. No, we smuggle in.
Toy
snacks.
Story 2 with Phil.
Now I don't even remember going to Toy Story 2 with Phil and Michael, but I can. Yeah.
Definitely Dollar Tree to get your stuff, and then buy a thing of popcorn. That'd be the way to go.
And honestly, we kind of Taylor and I will just go in our pantry and see what kind of old candy Wilson has from holidays that he never eats. So we just kind of take that in.
What's the most amount of food that anybody, either of you, have smuggled into the movie?
I've had a Chipotle burrito.
He wins.
Chipotle burrito. That's pretty awesome. Because I was gonna say, Becky and I went with friends one time, and she brought a giant purse, and we got a bunch of food from Amigos, and then we brought in adult beverages too, and so we're sitting there just eating Amigos and watching movies. Top row at Marcus Theaters, but Chipotle is a good one.
Chipotle wins of that. I can't do that. I'm not a smuggler. My kids, I mean, they would smuggle in, cans of pop or whatever. But I heard this the other day. I make popcorn at home, and it's a special kind of popcorn. And before Heidi and I were married, I'd make popcorn, and she'd bring it home, and her son Cooper enjoyed it, and he's like, "This is better than movie theater popcorn." And so I found out one day she smuggled in my popcorn to the movie theater. And I thought, what are you doing? That's movie theater popcorn.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Does anybody get extra butter, or do you just get?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, the AMC here, you can get your own butter.
Yeah.
So
see, what I don't like about that though is I want them to fill the bag half full, put the butter in, fill it up again, put more butter on top.
Does anybody put plain M&Ms in their popcorn?
No.
Oh, it's a good way to have it, man.
No.
Trolley gummies?
No, you've already had like 90 of those tonight.
No, not 90.
No. What about Kinder Eggs? Anybody ever had a Kinder Egg before?
Yeah, I never heard about those till tonight.
I've heard about it. I never ate them, though.
They're pretty good.
As an adult, I've never bought them a kid's toy before.
I can't eat them. I can't eat them anymore, but I would always get hot tamales for movies.
Nice.
Yeah. Why can't you eat them anymore?
I probably would have heartburn for a while.
Okay. Gotcha.
I can't have. That's just too much. Too much these days. You
too
hit
much
40.
Cinnamon?
Too much cinnamon.
What'd you say about 40?
When you go over 40, you can't. Things like that go away.
I'm 40. I'm a man.
40. Now I think Gundy's like 60.
Yeah.
Things like that go away, he says. You need to expand on
that. I just don't feel well after having a whole box of hot tamales during a movie.
So what we just have part of the box.
It's so good when it touches the lips.
But Nate, do you remember also speaking of Chipotle?
Oh geez.
Nate was also the winner of didn't you pull a double burrito challenge? Yeah.
Me and Logan Smith.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
After church.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
I don't know where Logan is, but good job, Logan.
The downtown Chipotle of all places.
Yeah, yep. I did not feel well for 2 weeks.
I bet not. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So much burrito.
But after having one, don't you ever feel like, oh man, I could probably do another one?
No, I'm over 40. I'm losing.
I was in my 20s.
Oh, okay.
I used to think that though when they were skimpy on the ingredients.
Yeah,
I could do it.
Well, this was probably when they did that.
Well,
20 years ago.
Man, now there's times where you go in there and they will put one scoop of rice in your bowl, and I'm like, no, I'm paying for a rice bowl. Put some rice in that bowl.
Right. I hate the fact that when you go through the drive-through Chipotle, your portions are just completely.
I've never been through a drive-through one. Is it exciting?
No. You just get a window and they just throw fruit at you in a brown bag. But your portions are completely different than if it was inside. It's annoying.
I haven't noticed that.
Don't go through the drive-thru.
No. Okay, sorry. I'll go inside next time.
Just go inside and pick it up. You can order it early and go get it. Come on.
But if I have a drive-thru, why can't I just pick it up in the drive-thru?
Because you said it sucked.
Oh, well, sometimes. I just kidding. Anyways.
Any rate.
Anywho.
So, any new TV shows or movies that you're kind of into right now, Nate?
Well, I really want to see Thunderbolts, but I can't get to the theater to go see it. Just haven't been able to. We've been doing stuff.
Oh, I thought maybe you forgot how to get there.
I just keep going.
119th and Strangline?
Yeah. I just keep turning left, and I don't know where I'm at.
What is this, NASCAR of the movie theaters?
But one of the good shows on Netflix, not a movie, so because recently we've been just watching shows, is the Four Seasons with Tina Fey.
That.
Wasn't it good?
Well, did you know like it was a remake?
Yeah, but I asked my mom, and she said, "Yeah, it was slow. I can't believe you would like that." I was like, "This was not slow."
But here's the thing: it hit me different because we kind of walked through this real life, in some ways.
Yeah,
and so there was some of it that was a little bit too close to home.
I got you,
but it was very real. Like, I thought they did a great job. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, but we watched it. We watched the whole thing, and I never saw the original.
I never.
And so I did not see that coming.
No.
I did not see that coming. So.
No.
Yeah.
But no, Justin, have you seen any previews of this?
I haven't. I'm actually looking at it right now to see.
Tina Fey's in it.
Yeah. Will Forte.
Steve Carell.
Some
other people.
Carell is hilarious.
I think I've seen previews for this, but now I'm going to mark it to watch it. So
it's good. I think Becca would like it.
Yeah, it's a different. I didn't know anything about it, and we just saw that it was Steve Carell, so we're like, oh, let's watch it.
And I like Tina Fey too. Tina Fey's amazing.
I thought she did a really good job in that as well. Yeah.
Well, don't worry. It's coming back for a second season. It's already been renewed.
What?
And they're only like...
It is coming back.
30, 35 minutes an episode.
How can they come back?
You can. I read today that they're going to change a lot. It'll probably be seasons, but they're going to pretty much they're going to write what they think was going to be next year, what happens next year. In their show.
And the fifth seasons?
The fifth season?
No, what's the fifth
season?
I don't know. Try not to ruin it for everybody.
No, I won't ruin it. But I know BJ likes true crime, but Netflix has one. It's Rose and I forget the guy's name now. But it's from the 90s and in Scotland. And they were searching for one kid that has been missing. And so it's a murder mystery documentary of this family that had 10, maybe 12 kids.
Dang.
And because the police heard from the school that the kids of this family said, we don't want to be bad because we don't want to end up like this girl that's under the patio.
Oh,
jeez.
So, and it just goes from there. You would think it would end
Watch Fred and Rose West.
Fred and Rose
West. Yep.
I'll have to look at that. Yeah, we just watched the one, the Good American Family or whatever that was.
Did you like it?
Oh man, that especially as somebody who's walked through the foster system and through that whole deal. I mean, it just made me mad. It made me mad watching that, but that was crazy. But yeah, that's some good recommendations. I'll take that into consideration.
Is the Good American Family the one that you were telling me about when I was out there in Oregon?
Maybe.
Or is this something different?
Because is this the one?
Nate, this is the one you told me about.
Well, because we called BJ too when you came down for Breeze.
Yeah, that's
weekend retreat.
Yeah,
and we called BJ, and BJ's like, "Why are you calling me?" And
no, that's not how that went.
I don't remember this happening the way you're describing.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is not how it went.
But BJ was watching. Yeah, that's what BJ I think was watching, because it's that girl. Is she how old she says she is?
That's on Hulu though, right? Not
yeah.
Or is it on? Yeah,
They made a movie with it.
That's what it was.
Don't watch a documentary.
Well, I will say this, because we watched both. And I will say, if you watch the dramatization of it, it gives you more of both sides, because there wasn't any one side that came to the dramatization one and gave their story. So it was kind of the media's depiction of both sides of the story.
I see.
But then when you watch the documentary, you get the side you're watching, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it was. I mean, it takes you back and forth, and there's this tension as to who do I believe, where am I going? But yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
But the thing is, Hollywood, we've said this for a long time, Hollywood has, if there's ever a thing that talks about things being rigged or how do they know these things? I mean, Hollywood puts things out because they have insight into what's really going on.
Yeah.
You think about shows like House of Cards and Scandal and, some of these other shows that are so depicted. I mean, Jack Ryan. I mean, some of these shows, and you're like, there's some truth in here.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately. So,
did you watch all those shows, BJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, you're just naming my whole list that I watched over the years.
Well, let's go down memory lane here for a minute.
Here we go.
Criminal Minds? Okay. You need to watch the new version on Paramount Plus.
Well, I started to, and then I didn't have a job.
Well, one day when you get a job.
But yeah, Nate and Taylor and our family, we would get together and watch Criminal Minds when the new episodes would come out, and we watch them at night. And I tell people still to this day, I don't know if you remember this, Nate. You guys came over for dinner one night. We watched Criminal Minds. I think, what was it, Tuesday nights that it was on? I can't remember. And so we would have dinner together and watch Criminal Minds together after the kids went to bed. And there was an episode, we were in Gardner at our duplex.
Yep.
And behind our duplex was the train. There was a train track back there.
Yep.
And the episodes were starting to get real. Like, they were like, man, this is kind of creepy. And there was one where the guy was jumping trains and coming into houses, and we're watching that. And I'm like, nope, I'm hitting DVR. We're watching during the day next week. Not watching this one at night.
Yeah, you got me hooked on that show.
That's a good show. That's one, if I could be an actor, the real life person of an actor portrayal, it would be Spencer Reed.
Spencer Reed is.
If I could have his mind, man, that'd be amazing.
And I didn't want to watch the new because Spencer wasn't in it, along with the guy, Morgan.
Yeah, he's on his.
He went to
SWAT.
Show.
Yeah.
But it's still good because they have JJ in it, and the girl that does the computer, Penelope.
Yeah.
So they do okay. Aisha Tyler is in it. She's in this. If you know Aisha Tyler, guys.
Yeah.
Or is it Aisha Taylor?
I don't remember, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Tomato.
She's good. So it's still good. It's not. The villain that they have for the first two seasons it actually goes for like 2 seasons of this guy.
Yeah. I did watch
he's
part
really
of it.
good.
Yeah.
He's actually a good villain. But no, I miss I kind of want to go back, but there's so many years of it, of watching all the Criminal Minds. But
so what I did when I wanted to do that, I wanted to go back and watch the season that Hotchner's family was attacked.
That was like one of the saddest.
That was crazy
episodes in TV history.
Oh my gosh! And that whole end of that season, the way they continued to stretch that story out, and then you were invested in that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But anyway,
BJ, do you think you got into crime stuff because you're as much as your dad used to watch Law? Was it Law and Order all the time?
Law and Order.
Yeah, his dad got me into Law and Order too.
I was gonna say we used to go to your house, and I remember we just sitting there and watch Law and Order with your dad all the time.
Here's the thing: my dad, he didn't start with Law and Order.
Yeah.
So he started with like Matlock.
Yeah.
And so he'd watch these lawyer shows, and I remember watching. Well, and even before that, I remember sneaking and asking this. This is a story for them maybe, but we lived in Ray and we didn't have cable, but on the turn TV dials, on Sunday nights you could watch TJ Hooker.
Yeah.
That cop show. And I always wanted to watch TJ Hooker, and I had to go to bed. And so I had a sleeping bag, and sometimes my parents on Sunday nights, they would let us just kind of fall asleep on the floor while they're watching TV. Well, my sleeping bag had a hole in the foot. And so I would turn upside down in my sleeping bag and watch TJ Hooker through the hole in my sleeping bag. But
that's funny.
No, I did not like Law and Order. So when my dad was into Law and Order, I was just like, that's when I'd go to my room and play video games because I didn't want to watch it. But I
like SVU more. But Justin, me and you watched the cop show, CSI Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
CSI Miami. Yeah, was actually... We went to therapy today for Becky, and that was what the channel, one of the guys that was sitting in the waiting room turned it on to. We were laughing at, the main character.
He puts on those glasses.
Yeah, we were just laughing how, unreal, his comments would be and how monotone he was, and can't believe we made it through all those seasons.
Did you guys ever watch NCIS?
I never did.
I didn't.
No. I started watching the CSI stuff with you guys, but then I was like, I got into NCIS and I liked more of the crime story of it than the investigative criminology part of it. So, but yeah, those were good shows.
Yeah, my favorite show is Never Gonna Come Back, but 24, man. That was
24.
Man, that was my favorite.
I think it is. I think they're doing another one.
It keeps on saying they're going to come back. It's not going to be the
same. I
same.
love 24. You know what's crazy about 24 that I'll never forget?
It lasts a whole day?
Yes. And Billy Taylor, I don't think it's a password anymore, but he uses the password. There's like a 14.
Give up his password online.
No, I'm not going to, because I don't know what it is. He remembers it. He probably only seen a couple 24 shows, but there's one where there was like a 14 to 20 number code that 24 used on the show, and he remembered that, and that was his password for everything.
Oh, geez.
And he still remembers it just because I watched 24 at M&U.
Wow,
we should get Billy on to talk comics or something.
Well, you guys can collaborate. He has a podcast about comics and Marvel and DC. He goes to Comic-Cons around the Midwest and advertise there and get interviews. He interviews a lot of the guest stars there, but yeah. He does a lot with his friend. It's kind of neat.
Maybe we'll get him on and have him review Thunderbolts for you before you see it.
Oh, that's why I can't listen to his. He'll spoil it. But one day I'll probably wait to stream
by
it
yourself.
No, but if you guys like those crime shows on CBS, FBI is good. So Just letting you know.
They're getting super creative with these names.
Well, they canceled the FBI International, which I was sad about, but I guess they're going to do a CIA one, which I'm kind of, that might be exciting to see of a CIA one. A new show. We'll see how good it is.
They can't really put CIA on TV though, because if you're in the CIA and somebody finds out, they got to kill you, don't they?
Yeah, so maybe every week someone gets found out and dies. So it's a new person every week. Then
Spoiler alert.
I don't know. But I don't think there'll ever be another Criminal Minds.
No. I think even the new one isn't like the old one.
No.
Or even when they did Criminal Minds and they did the spin-off, it wasn't the same.
I didn't even think I watched it.
Yeah.
What have you been watching, Justin?
Nothing. Literally nothing. I don't, besides sports, I don't turn on the TV very much anymore. Welcome to Wrexham just came back, so
yeah, I haven't started that.
I'll watch that docuseries. That's pretty good. The only thing I don't like about Welcome to Wrexham is you know what happens at the end of the season because the season already played out. But that's pretty fun.
That's my problem with following them. Yeah. I saw what happens.
Yeah, but Welcome to Wrexham is a fun docuseries. I enjoy everybody who's a part of that with Ryan Reynolds and now I'm forgetting his name. I just call him Sonny from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sunny in Philadelphia.
What is Rob? However you say his last
name. Rob McElhenney.
McElhenney. I don't know. That's good. BJ, do you know what that is? Welcome to Wrexham. You've heard of it?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's on FX.
BJ doesn't like soccer.
I
watched Ted Lasso.
You should watch. You should watch.
But you know the Wrexham story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. Brenton's playing. He's got the most recent soccer game, and you can beat Wrexham in the last couple years and play with them. It's pretty cool.
He's playing soccer in a video game?
Brenton.
Called FIFA.
FIFA 25.
I didn't realize he would like FIFA.
That dude plays every type of sporting game. He tells me right now he needs MLB The Show 25, like yesterday.
I do too, but
I do too.
My car has broken down the last couple months, so I can't buy a video game.
Oh, I got you beat on that front.
Always one up.
Always one up, and you
gotta tell us all about it.
My goodness!
Shut up now.
You got married, and your wife told you no.
Yeah, I can't say. Oh, I did this happy thing this year. Oh, well, I got married. Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah.
I got married to this wonderful person.
My son graduated 8th middle school. Well, my daughter's graduated high school.
Oh, she's going to college and everything.
Where is she? Oh, yeah, she's okay. We don't need to talk about where she's going. Justin
we can.
Oh,
I just said college. I didn't say where.
I know. I said Justin already told me. So I remember now.
Yeah, she's going to NNU, and
it's not MNU.
Not MNU, just NNU.
NNU.
Yep. So
cool.
When did she move in for that? Do you know dates yet?
About 100 days.
Okay.
So
I'll put it on my calendar.
Yep. We go back to Idaho and move her in, and
yes, you are.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah, you are.
She just got a new car, or new to her, and
that's cool.
It was funny because she's like, "I'm so glad to get rid of this Jeep because it has 160,000 miles on it." And, I mean, it's been breaking down on them a lot, and I said, "Wow, only 160,000 miles. That's still got that's only halfway lived."
Yeah.
She's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "My car has got 313,000 miles on it."
Is that what that Toyota has on it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So what? So she got a new to her vehicle. What'd she get?
She got a 2017 Chevy Cruze.
All right.
And she got a really good deal. It was a salvage title because it had been stolen.
Okay.
And it was stolen by a homeless guy. And kind of like that movie, kind of destroyed it a little bit. And somebody got it at an auction for really cheap and kind of flipped it. And she got a really good deal on it. It's only got I think it's only got 113,000 miles on it. So
crazy. So, I just read they're breaking down on these criminals doing what they get these cars stolen, they strip them down, and then it gets a salvage title because it just has just a frame. It's found with a frame and it's considered a salvage at that point. And then the people who strip the car down, they buy it at auction, so it has a clean title, and then they put all the parts back on the vehicle. And then they're breaking. I mean, this is probably new. I just started reading about it recently, but I think it's probably something that's been going on for years. But they're starting to break down, and the cops and stuff are in big areas where this is happening. But it's kind of a thing where you steal the car, you strip it all the way down, you have the vehicle get taken to a salvage to be sold, and then you can get everything as a salvage title. You can get that title clear, and it doesn't come back as stolen anymore, and you can just put all the parts back on it because you have it in a warehouse. So hopefully that's not what happened to hers, but
I don't think so because there's still remnants of the homeless.
Oh,
but
are you talking about the movie? What's it called? The New Guys?
No. New Guys, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I hope the same thing didn't happen to that car that didn't happen to me.
No, it's a
nice car. You remember that movie, Nate?
No.
The Toyota Prius with Will Ferrell and
Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah,
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
He does
I did.
You got to do a desk pop. What's a desk pop? Or you shoot your gun in the office.
That movie, if you just need just the stupidest humor, those two are so funny together.
Well, any Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that movie is something else. I love how he has a wooden gun. He always gets hit with it too, and he could have a wooden gun
because he got his gun taken away for doing a desk pop.
And he thinks that his wife is ugly.
Yeah,
in that movie, that's a funny running joke. So.
Speaking of dumb humor movies, we're watching. Wilson likes Adam Sandler, so there's some movies we'll watch, and we started last night Wedding Singer.
No,
that just brought me back. Wedding Singer is such a good movie.
Yeah, I've watched that way too many times in my life.
Yeah.
But it was a good movie. Yeah,
Julia Gulia.
He just loves the hairdos. He's like, those are some amazing hairdos in this movie.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some of those quotes from Wedding Singer. Man, it's been a long time. Yeah.
Which one are you thinking of?
I don't know.
He sings
what part of the movie?
He hates when he didn't like singing because he got a broken heart. He says, "Well, whoop-de-doo." When he's
do. Yeah.
But no, the funny part for Wilson was, the guy in Good Mr. Deeds that has the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
So he was like the brother at the very beginning of Wedding Singer, and that had the crazy eyes, and Wilson was like, did he like what happened? How did his eyes get fixed? I was like he's that good of an actor. He can have crazy eyes and then not have crazy. I was like, he doesn't live with crazy eyes. That was just a movie.
That's hilarious.
Because I was pointing out, see, that guy was in his movies. That guy was in all the guys he usually
You're talking
has
about
in.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
And doesn't he in every Adam Sandler movie? Like Adam Sandler puts him in every movie.
Yeah. And then there was a couple other guys that were in a lot of his movies too. That was at the beginning of Wedding Singer. Well, the limo driver in Wedding Singer was in his other movies too. But so that we didn't finish because he had to go talk to his friends and left us.
Oh, jeez, how dare your teenage son not want to hang out with their parents anymore?
I know. Well, it was a good, it was the part where we got to like him and Drew Barrymore was doing all the family there. He was trying to get the photographer and she was like, the photographer was like trying to get them to get Drew to have, your price is this much, but Adam's like, no, you got him, you got these friends a good deal. And then that lady was like, you look like you guys are going to be good and make it. And they're like, no, we're brothers and sisters. And they start hitting each other. So we got to that point. He's like, all right, got to go now. I'm like, oh, I want to keep watching. So we had to stop there.
Gotcha. That's quite the cliffhanger.
I wonder what happens.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for anybody.
Bruce Willis dies.
Bruce Willis. He's dead the whole time.
Are you serious? He's dead the whole time?
Oh my god.
Spoiler alert.
Makes sense. I guess I don't need to watch that movie tonight.
Hey, Nate, do you remember... We didn't go to a lot of movies together, but we did go to an opening night movie. Do you remember which one it was?
Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. No.
That's not the right movie.
No.
Oh, boy.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I guess you did. You should. You brought it up.
Didn't we go see Hannibal?
Oh, yeah.
When it came out?
Yeah. Hannibal is the one that, he eats the guy's brains.
Yeah.
Like the 2001 version, right? Like the one that came out about that year, 2001?
Yeah.
Or so?
Yeah.
Because you like Silence of the Lambs, right, BJ?
Yeah, it used to be my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your favorite movie?
It puts the lotion
I don't know that I want to tell you.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay.
My favorite movie right now, like that if it was on, I would watch it.
Narnia.
Shawshank Redemption.
No, but that's a good one too.
I got a fun fact about that. What?
Yeah.
All right.
Taylor and I went to the movies to that. We liked it.
Yeah.
I got a fun fact about... I told Nate this fun fact about Shawshank Redemption just recently.
It's not Top Gun.
I know, but I said Shawshank Redemption. But remember the fun fact I told
Green
you
Mile.
about that? The Green Mile. All right, anyways. Gladiator.
Forrest Gump?
Tell us your facts so we can end this show.
No, but Nate and I were just talking about this the other night about that there's only 10 seconds of females talking in the whole movie of Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
In the whole movie, there's only 10 seconds. And me and Nate were trying to figure out, which 10 seconds was it? Well, we were talking about it.
I know, but what's the punchline?
There's no the punchline that somebody else posted?
No, that you said.
I didn't say anything.
You said, well, that's why it was a good movie. Tim and didn't talk.
No, that's not what That was from Twitter. Twitter, wonderful Twitter said, and that's why it's such a great movie, because Yeah. So, anyways,
crickets from our female listeners.
Yeah, and you just got us canceled.
Michael's on the road. She's coming back from Florida. She's not listening.
Not yet. Anyways,
our numbers have completely shifted. No more female listeners.
Oh, goodness.
But it is crazy to think about. But yeah, we were thinking they were at a grocery store. That I think there was a lady there.
Or maybe when he got that apartment, and I think it was a girl that walked him up and gave him the keys, if I remember correctly. But I don't know.
Well, with that being said, and the air being cleared, Nate, thanks for joining us this week again and coming on last minute and just hanging out with us. It's been fun.
You're welcome.
Thanks for inviting me, BJ.
Hang on a second. I'm the one that texted you jerk.
Is there anything you need to tell the world, Nate, that you just need to get off your chest since we're a global podcast now?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was
another
deep.
cliffhanger.
Another
cliffhanger.
Well, I got something very important to say.
Okay, here we go.
You just don't pet a dog when it's on fire.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Famous and Billy Conklin.
Get your pet spayed and neutered.
The price is wrong.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Well, Justin, anything you'd like to add? We're going to end this a little differently tonight.
No, I don't have anything. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's upon us. Enjoy your time off with family. And I get to enjoy my time with my brother. He's coming. He's probably not coming to visit me. He's probably coming to visit mom and dad more than anything.
Yeah.
He's got to go to Scooters with his mom.
I got to pay, the bribe to mom. Yeah. So I'm the favorite.
But
it'll be fun. I can't wait to be up in Nebraska's letting me come back up.
Don't sound too excited. It'll be great.
It'll be great.
Well, that's true. It is Memorial Weekend. Hope everybody has a great holiday and remember those that have given the ultimate sacrifice for us. So, yeah, well, it's been fun, and thanks for joining us again on 3 Day Old Podcast. Hasn't been 3 days. 3 Old Day Podcast at gmail.com. That hasn't been 3 days podcast.
We'll get it right someday.
We'll get it right one of these days.
I mean, it's only episodes like almost 40, but we'll get it figured out.
We'll get it figured out. But thanks for listening, tuning in. Check us next week on all of our socials and on the podcast. Check out our link tree. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
All right. See you later. Have a good one.